When I was 15, I started modeling, and it was a very hard thing to walk away from. Then around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden, I started getting the influx of, "Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body?" I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women category. People will literally just walk into you, and you think, hold on a second. I am actually a far more interesting person than I've ever been. And this is where you don't want to see me anymore because I've aged out of being physically appealing to you. I understand what it takes to make my skin wrinkle-free, and I don't think it's worth it. Being able to express how I feel to me is one of the most wonderful things about my face. I'm like, isn't that why it was made? I'm trying to go, how about this? How about this unaltered, even beautiful? How about that?
So guys, this is a 57-year-old woman, former model. She said she started modeling at 15 and she started noticing she had 30 years of attention, right? After 30 years, it stopped slowing down. I used to command this attention, and now people, they're trying to tear me down and say things about my body. And I'm used to getting compliments, and this happens for a lot of women who were maybe baddies in high school in their 20s, maybe had a few kids or just didn't take care of themselves, and the lights slowly dim down the older you get. And it's a natural part of aging, right? Women are meant to be seen a lot of times. Women like to feel beautiful. Women like to show off their beauty. They like to get compliments. They like to be told that they're beautiful by anyone, not just men, not just women. They want to hear this. And once it stops, that's when they try other things. A lot of things are available now besides just makeup, plastic surgery, and things like that. But there's only but so much you can do, ladies. And you still see ladies in their 40s trying to do these things, trying to get away with things, and it's just not working. The wall is inevitable. It happens. Some ladies keep their looks longer than others, but in your 40s, like, that's when you see Tracy Ellis Ross. A lot of these women in their 40s and 50s are starting to reveal more and more just so that they can get compliments, man. Well, it's crazy.
Well, thank you. So pleased to be here.
So,
thanks.
Look, this is a big deal for a lot of women, and there are women who would love to look like you at any age, and you say that you noticed something around 45.
Mm-hmm. What I got was sort of a very slow understanding that I was becoming invisible. I'm not just talking like, you know, I stopped getting the attention of men, but like literally, you know, walking to a bar, the bartender doesn't notice you, going into a shoe shop and like nobody's noticing. It's literally like a cloak of invisibility that comes over you when you're a roughly middle-aged woman who looks middle-aged.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you have a new book, No Filter, The Good, the Bad, and the Beautiful. And why did you write it?
Well, actually, so the reason I wrote it, it's not completely philanthropical. Maria Shriver followed me on Instagram, and she called me one day and she said, you know, I really love what you're doing on Instagram, so would you consider writing a book for me like you write Instagram? And so, you know, dealing with topics that middle-aged women deal with. I mean, in my case, it was divorce and then the death of my husband, you know, grief, and then also aging and invisibility and sort of all of the stuff that comes when you find yourself in your middle age and sometimes single, and your children have left the nest, and it's like a second coming of age. It's like you're supposed to start something else, and just at the same time as the rest of society saying, Grandma, back off into your corner, go and knit.
That's right, baby. Back off into the corner and go in it. Nobody wants to see that ish. Nobody wants to see that shit. Whether you're in your 50s now, it's aging. Leave it to the young girls to do this. Men your age don't typically want, and I say this before and a lot of people come in the comments, older men don't typically want to date women their age. They're not really going to be complimenting you like that either. Now, the funny thing what she says is there's this cloak, right? This invisibility cloak. What about the women who weren't as attractive as you? They've had a cloak their whole life and they just had to get used to it. I know it's a terrible thing for some women, and when you look at them in their younger pictures and when they get older, especially if you don't take care of yourself, but it's just one of those things. Your beauty doesn't last forever. And this goes for marriage, relationships, whatever. It's just one of those things. It's going to fade. It's going to happen. Your health, you can take care of yourself and try to look as good as you can, but it's not going to last forever, baby. And that cloak, that vanity that you have, and you're writing a book about it, yeah, you can teach all this stuff like that, but it's over. And it's perfectly fine that nobody's checking for you. You just have to hold on to those times when they were checking for you. The wall is inevitable, ladies. It's just what it is. That's why you should use that time to get a good man. And I understand people die, things happen, but you need to practice some humility at the end of the day.
Knit.
Now, when you were on social media, a plastic surgeon called you out actually and said there were some things you needed to fix.
Well, they posted a picture of me that I posted on Instagram that I thought I looked really good in. And underneath it, they pointed out everything that I should have done in order to look good. And I find that offensive. I find that truly offensive because I look around me and I look at women my age and I look at all of you and I think, but wait, what I have gained with age, fine, I've lost that bouncy smoothness that comes with age, but my face now has character. And that to me is so much more beautiful.
Do you feel that there's a shift when you start getting to a certain age? I mean, do you feel that? If you do, raise your hand. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people feel it that way.
You put a blanket down on the beach and people will just like walk over it like you're not there. I mean, you know, it's that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. This is the best age to do like a bank robbery for sure.
Baby, welcome to 90% of how women feel, just in general, just at a younger age and mostly all their lives. Everybody can't be a supermodel. Everyone can't be attractive. At the end of the day, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And it's just a series of imperfections that make beauty anyway, at the end of the day. But she said something funny in terms of her face has character. What I've been through and all these things, yes, it's what you've been through. It's going to happen. Vanity, it has to expire at some point. When you come face to face with yourself in the mirror and the fact that these compliments and you putting yourself out there on Instagram, as long as you're on social media, anybody that's a public figure or putting themselves, you're opening yourself up for criticism. So you can't get mad for a plastic surgery. Yeah, it was disrespectful or whatever, but they felt like they were just doing that. And a lot of y'all are, because of people are doing that, you're putting yourselves out there, you're getting feedback. Some of it may be good, some of it may be bad, but you got to take it. But ladies, I hope you just all realize it. No matter how much plastic surgery or whatever, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Whether you say I got character, I have wisdom to offer, things like that. Teach the young ladies what they should be looking for in a man or a husband and being a good woman, a good role model, things like that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts, helps support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2. Bring it back. Yeah. Can't forget Tony. 50. UK.